Sorry for the late intro. This is Backdoor TV 700 ENT. This your boy Boss K100, and we back. YouTube was going on. We had I think we had part 18 or 19 of FBG Duck Who Killed series. I was gonna do a separate video, but I'm not fiend out for views and nothing like that. So we're gonna do, instead of me doing two videos, I'm gonna just do the O Block one video. I'm gonna do the O Block breakdown. Also, we're gonna talk about FBG Duck, where we at right now, as far as his death, the case, everything that's been said, and just I don't know how long this video gonna be. So let's just shout out to the subscribers, the viewers. Early morning video. I wanted to get this out the way. I started to do a video, then I put everything up. Then I said, let me just do it and get it out the way, because there's just so much information and so much going on right now. This is probably the best time for my day to get started, for real. I'm about to go out in a couple hours. I tried to start the video around 6 something in the morning, but we couldn't get that established. And like I said, once certain things get established with the channel, it will be releasing more videos. But that's neither here nor now. So let's just get into it. This is Who Killed FBG Duck Part 18, and the Who Killed series. I feel like, just to break it down, even if we think we know who killed somebody, we wasn't there. And even if we think we know we killed somebody, the kill could, sometimes I use one word, but it can mean a whole bunch of things. So let me break it down. Even if little Ray Ray get killed by little Pookie, if little Pookie parents was there for him, he probably wouldn't have been in that situation to get killed by little Ray Ray. So when I say who killed, it's always sometimes it's a direct and sometimes an underlining. And if you listen to the show, then you'll know which is which. So yeah, as far as Duck, we all know Miss Lashina Weekly. Shout out to her. She just came out on, I think, Chicago Sun Times with I think she was just posted on Chicago Sun Times. I would imagine the feds probably sent that picture to the news outlets out there and told them to have a little play in that, So now all the FBG Ducks talk has started again, and is basically we're gonna go into I think we're gonna probably go into the top 5 questions we all had after FBG Duck's death, and I think we're gonna stick on that. That's gonna be probably somewhat the title, the top 5 questions. I always have a questionnaire, because just talking to a lot of you guys, you guys have questions too, just like I do. And not getting the answers is a good and bad thing, because a lot of times, they say basically, I'm not even gonna get into no sayings. It's too early for that. You can't really trust most things you see right now in life, on TV, on the internet. It's all smoke and mirrors. I don't know what to believe anymore. It's getting to the point where if you're not there, you can't even believe it, man. So we're gonna get into the top 5 questions that we got after FBG Duck death. And what's all this noise in the background, bro? I'm in this house by myself. There's a ghost getting crazy in here. Like, let me take a look at. Okay, I'm saying I hear a noise in the background. It's just me by myself here, so I don't know. Okay. Maybe a ghost want to know about Chirac news. All right. So this is the the top 5 questions. We're gonna start with question number 5. We're gonna do a countdown. I'm from the 90s. That was a countdown era. These towels on the floor. I can't get up. If I get up, I have to stop the video. All right. So what's the first one? All right. The first question is hold on one second. I'm by a highway, so okay. The first question is, did FBG Duck really die broke? Now, that's the biggest question I think I have. I don't know about y'all, but I don't believe he died broke. And to some people, you would say, what is your definition of broke? Um, the only part that like makes me really just pay attention to it is the fact that a lot of times when you making money, bro, making a lot of money, it's so much that has to go into the way you make money. Unless you have a way of making money where it's like you're in charge of it, and you're the manufacturer, and you're the, you know what I'm saying, like. So I don't want to say it's far fetched, but I don't want to believe that. But the way FBG Young, he kept alluding to that, and somebody else had alluded to that, like we had to pay for his funeral. Did he die broke, or did he get backdoored? And when he got backdoored, the money that, okay, it was a rumor that after Melly got killed, Duck also had a situation at his house that money got taken. And it was known that he would. It was known, and it was said a lot of times that even by FBG and TW members that just like the scene now. He's out there in the house chilling. It's crazy. Just like he would let the guys come and stay at his crib. So it was said that it was some money that had came up missing around the time of Melly death or directly after, or I don't know. But with the money being gone and Melly being killed, this was what led to Duck really shying away from a lot of people and just staying with. They said he was only around one Trey. What's the big boy name, Chris, the producer dude, good dude. I forgot his name, something Chris, CEO Chris or something like that. If it's not, he a boss, so you could call him CEO Chris. But I think his name, no, his name is not CEO Chris. Um, Fat Chris or something. I'm gonna figure out his name, but he a good dude. He been in the game for a while. He connected to Lud Foe. What's the dude that be with Lud Foe? Shout out to him too. Shout out to Bishop Nightly News, Truth Tellers, AK-47, Trenches News, CSP, Academics, Sub Zero, everybody, man. Hookah Anonymous, Robert Catchamation Freeman. Um, all right, so let's get back into it. Enough shout outs. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the viewers once again. Backdoor Nation, y'all made me, man. Now the narrative of did FBG Duck die broke? What I'm starting to think is this, bro. Um, his situation was a little different, and I'm trying my best to articulate it quickly as I can. But so this might be a little. We're already in 8 minutes, so this might be a little long video. Bear with me. His situation was more like I'll compare it to whenever you're in the entertainment business. I don't like to call people broke, bro, because sometimes y'all gotta understand. It take a lot of time for the money to come in, and these people make money fast. So whenever you're making a lot of money fast, you tend to spend it fast. But then a lot of these people just get to a point in their life where they're ready to save and ready to get to the big bag, and I think that's where Duck was going. Um, the narrative by some of these bloggers, I don't like it. That's what made me make my own. I made my own YouTube, not for money, not for clout. I made it because so you can get the real narrative. And I don't. It's somebody. Sometimes I'm at the age where I'm overly understanding. Sometimes, like, so I don't know whether some of the bloggers are biased. I don't know if it's done intentionally or people not listening correctly. But like I said, it's just a false narrative on a lot of stuff, and I don't know if it's done maliciously or it's done by mistake or mistakenly, should I say? So we're not gonna dive into that, but so that's why it's a good thing I'm here, guys. So we can get the real spill, to the best of my ability. But at least it won't be coming. Anything I say is not of a malice intent. I don't think I'm trying to think of who made me actually angry on this channel. I think I've probably been angry once or twice. I was angry before. It doesn't matter. Forget that. No, anyway, I don't really get angry like that. Um, so where we at right now as far as Duck, like, Okay, so what we was talking about was the top five questions we had about FBG Duck after his death, and I started out with number five, which should have been number one, but we're gonna do a countdown. So I don't know what's gonna number one gonna be, but I got my papers right here, so I don't know. I made five, but anyway, we'll just we could go with what I wrote and freestyle a little bit. So number five was did he die broke? And I said I don't think he died broke, but young FBG Young and a lot of other people say he did. What I wanted to break down to you guys a little bit about the music industry and the entertainment industry, and just as far as how sometimes how money goes and how why people do what they do. So when you're an entertainer sometimes and you making money fast, you sometimes it's a plethora of situations that happen, and those situations that happen with Duck aren't clear to me, so I can't say that, but I'm gonna give you maybe a situation of what happened to make people think that FBG Duck was broke. And I don't think he was. Once again, shout out to RIP FBG Duck. So when you're an entertainer, a lot of entertainers are just like us in a way. They live check to check, but when you're an entertainer, unlike us, you know, some of us is only making about 600 a week or every 2 weeks if you're lucky. It don't matter what you're making, as long as you make it. But what I'm trying to say is like when you live in check to check making under 1,000, and when you live in check to check making 20, 30,000, it's a little bit different. And when you from the hood, I forgot what podcast I was watching where they said most drug dealers don't die with $10,000 in their bank account, and I believe that, bro. I believe that because when I was doing my little 1 2s, you could have all the money in the world, but depending on how you doing your thing, you might not. I mean, my biggest thing when I was running around, excuse us, a big rig, just my my biggest thing when I was running around was safety. So safety and doing everything quiet and smoothly. So most of my money went to just paying people to just do stuff to keep that situation intact. And we're not gonna go into the depths of that, but just know I was on my P's and Q's, and I was on my P's and Q's at all times, for the most part, but we all slip up. So um anyway, long story short, I was under the belief that FBG Duck, he was spending money fast as he was making money fast, but he was gonna leave Chicago and he had a big deal coming up, and in that big deal he was gonna really cake off. Now let's get into the some of the money situations as far as another situation I think that could have maybe happened, and I don't know. This is what I think is that maybe before or after he died, that money that was in that house that said was stolen was really stolen. Like, I think it was after he died though, you know. But anyway, and this is all allegedly. I don't know. This is all allegedly. Mm. So as far as the broke stuff, sometimes when they live check to check like us, or if you're in the street, they live bag to bag or cell to cell like us. But um, well, like how some people do. But what I'm basically trying to say is sometimes let's slide off to Tupac Shakur a little bit. Like, people say he died with $5,000 in his account and he died broke, and that might be true. But you should remember, Quincy. Sometimes, okay, guys, sometimes you gotta build momentum for the bag. You gotta build momentum for the real bag. When Tupac maybe died broke, but he was I forgot this girl's name. Beautiful girl. He was messing with Quincy Jones's daughter. And this is what I'm talking about: networking and making connections and not burning bridges. Like they were gonna basically Warner Brothers. I think him, Will Smith, Quincy Jones, their daughter Tupac. They well not Tupac, but as far as them, they were in mainly Quincy Jones was negotiating, but Quincy Jones was negotiating a deal for Tupac to receive maybe $80 million, and this is 1990. I want to say 1990. I want to say 1996, 1997. Do you know what $80 million was back then? It's probably not a lot now compared to the big wigs you see, but I mean, to me, it's still a lot of money. And uh, like I said, 1997 to make $80 million, like unheard of. So even though he did die broke, a lot of people don't know he had a record label. Sometimes you die broke because you spend the money. You know you don't plan to die. If FBG Duck knew he was gonna die, he definitely what day he's gonna die. I guarantee you it would have been, you know. But he was building momentum for the big bag, you know. So I'm trying to think. Should we talk about the check that he got, that the infamous contract? I don't know. All right, so let's get back into it, bro. This is the five unanswered questions that we all had after FBG Duck's death. I want to take a time out to thank the subscribers and the viewers. You guys make my day every day. You guys are like you guys the support y'all show me, and you know, you got the gang, man. So let's get back into it. If I lose my train of thought, because this is an early morning video. We're gonna get off of we're gonna get to question number 4 with 051 Melly and Duck Friends. It's gonna be a short one, because if I could really do a whole episode on is 051 Melly and FBG Duck Friends. Some people said they was actually even cousins, and I'm gonna look into that very soon. Do I think they was friends? You never know, man. You know, the deeper that we get, I think they was friends. Yeah. Do I think either one of them was scared each other? No. But like I said, I'm gonna keep this one short. You never really know. You never really know. They said Melly was backdooring a lot of his peoples, and I'm sure Duck was hearing that. But I'm sure Melly wanted to eventually get out of Chirac and get to the serious bag, and I believe Melly, if he was still alive today, would have been a big major influence on. He was already an influence, but if he was still alive today, with the way people, you know, like the way things are now, people like 051 Melly would have really flourished, because he could have had that whole whack 100 thing going on, and I really believe he would have been a star. Like he would have been a star for a lot of reasons. He would have been immediate. He would have been a personality. Maybe even drop a rap album or something. So that's my number 4 question. The third question I had, number 3. We had number 3. Was I'm gonna have to just go off the list on this one. I'm gonna go off the list. So was he killed? Now this one is gonna be kind of deep. This is the third question. Was FBG Duck killed out of fear or money desperation? So we're gonna break it down. I'm gonna articulate what I'm trying to say. So how I say it. All right. When this goes into the O Block. This goes into the O Block Fed case breakdown. So this one's gonna be a little bit of a long answer. So my take and my opinion on that question I just asked, and it's just me asking because asking questions that I think we all want to know, and I get hit up a lot of times with people just letting me know that they have the same mindset I do, and we all wonder what's going on. You know, we all wondering what's going on. So there's nothing wrong with asking the question. We not asking them. We not being too policey, like truth tellers would say. Shout out to him. That's my guy. This is a hard one. So When I mean was he killed out of fear or killed out of desperation, I mean allegedly they said they followed, allegedly they said Muab and all them boys, had a something to do with FBG getting hit up. But was they scared of Vaughn? To was the reason why I asked, was it fear? Was it fear of Vaughn or fear of being, was the old black guys fear of being looked at as goofies and not really being down, or scared of Vaughn leaving them in the hood, or because they say to be around Vaughn you had to be a stepper, you couldn't be a talker. So I still wonder, was it really that hard to get close to him? Was it the fact that he was by himself? They say he moved like the president, so with him being by himself, but he was in the Gold Coast. They thought masking up, they could have got away with it. The things that made them get caught was real minor. The thing that made them get caught is real minor, bro. If they had something to do with it. So, or was it out of desperation? Did they want to get him that bad? Or was it fear of King Von? Or was it fear of being looked at as a goofy and being like, I don't know, you know? Because if King Von was alive right now, he would be sitting in a jail cell, definitely. They can't make the on that case without nobody saying that directly. They really can't put Dirk as the head of anything, but they definitely would have put Von as the head of, But they got Muwap instead of Von, so they got somebody, free that man too, you know. Okay, we're gonna get into the second question I have. Um, Out of the top five, whatever happened to the cashier that wouldn't let FBG Duck go behind the remember when he was trying to go through like a employee exit where he could have got through the middle. So I think his plan was to bring his girl that was with him in the store, and if he could have got through the employee exit, he maybe tell her to drive around the back, and he go through the employee exit and get in the car in the next block. It could have ended up being a Mo 3 situation, but I'm pretty sure Duck Duck would have rathered a high speed chase than him being cornered like that. Um, and the fact that maybe that had me. I want to think that it was legal authorities that scooped her up. I would imagine that she don't work there no more, and they probably got her tucked away somewhere, tucked away somewhere real far. Maybe working, maybe not. Just into that case, she's gonna be very vital to a lot of things too, I think. But and I want to also know. I want to talk to a couple of retailers like I want to talk to a couple store owners and see what's the criteria on I can't be mad at her, but I am mad at her, but I can't be mad at her. But I am mad at her because FBG Duck wasn't a regular Joe Schmo off the street. I mean, if Celine Dion or any of these I don't want to go with race, but like if Beyonce would ask the same question, does she still say no? Does she know some hood stuff going on? Being from Chicago, I'm pretty sure they get situations where they see people get slapped in stores like the hood dudes, and I don't know. And we're gonna elaborate. We're gonna make a whole show on because remember, for those who don't know, around the time that afternoon, the sad afternoon, FBG Duck lost his life. He had went to the girl in the store that he was buying some clothes for his son's birthday, and he went to the girl in the store and asked would he be able to use the employee exit, and she told him no, under store policy. So he didn't want to get nobody in trouble, and he didn't want to take a chance of I guess people running in the store. So he went back out, and we're not gonna talk about that. We talked about that already. I'm wondering about the girl, like whatever happened to her. Does she feel a way that did she worry that them guys would ran in behind him? Like, what was the mindset? Um, And that always just found me perplexed. We didn't hear about the girl that FBG Duck was with, who did the shooting. It was a lot of that whole afternoon, and just the way things transpired just seemed shaky at best. Um, and I'm not gonna get into that because this is only questions. We're not getting to no side stuff that much. Um, so now we down to the number one question, the last question, man. Shout out to the subscribers. Shout out to the viewers. This is Backdoor TV 700 ENT. We down to the number one question we have on the 5 questions of um all of the most 5 questions that we had after FBG Duck's untimely demise. Okay, so this is my biggest question, personal question. Was FBG Duck killed because of was the straw that broke? Was FBG Duck killed because of dead bees, dead bitches? That song, was that the straw that broke the camel's back for O'Block? Because I feel like it was. You know, with T Roy being with T Roy being King Von's best friend, and with them just like he just came off of Chicago Legends, but they, you know, they were still dissing hard. And um I was always wondering, was Dead Bitches the straw that broke the camel back to really get him? Because, you know, he made a lot of songs before, but I know him and Vom, you know, they both had money and they both was playing at a high level as far as in these streets, being young bosses and young kings. Um, that's my biggest question. Like, was that the straw? Was him making that song the reason he was killed? Basically, you know, that's my biggest question, bro. Um, and yeah, bro, I'm trying to see on my notes. This is my notes from, I think, 2 days ago, but I think it was 2 days ago. I had to run out yesterday, so by the time I got back, I wasn't able to really. So yeah, I already heard this. I don't think I for this one right here. Let's see. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the O'Block side of things and this how I feel about the case and where we at. So it's early in the morning, so I gotta really get my brain like. I mean, we're gonna do more tomorrow as far as this. The O'Block side of things. Tomorrow we're gonna cap it off on the O'Block side of things. We're not gonna do too much more. But just my thoughts before I end everything. My thoughts is with the new evidence that just came out, they you know, every time it's been, like I said, it's been like the O'Block is O'Block would be the old Cavs with Kyrie, LeBron, and Kevin with Kevin Love, and the Feds would be the Warriors with Kevin Durant. Word. Every time you think that the O'Block might be all right in the case, the Feds just throw another trump card. It was so much things done sloppy. I'm sad that such a strong spirit and a leader was and a family man and a son and a great musician, and you know, and a gangster was taken from us. But if they had something to do with it, man, it was horribly done, bro. And when I mean horribly, like, I'm not the expert on no drive-bys or nothing, but just look at the new evidence that came out. They said one of the defendants maybe left a telephone number of his baby's mother under the seat, bro. Like and not laughing at all, but this is just like, did you think you would be caught while doing this, and you want to make sure you got a last chance to call her? You know that, that could be taken a whole plethora of ways. If you Whenever you're doing anything, if you set your mind to think you're gonna fail in any way, you kind of setting yourself up for failure. So is this a case of that? I don't know. They said that they got, that to Carlos allegedly took the rental car that he had. How you do a hit in a rental car? How you commit a crime in a rental car? That's why I'm not understanding, bro. They had the money. They had the money to get, you know, like I said, they had the money to figure out other ways. Other ways to get this done. How you do a hit in a rental car in your name. And I understand, maybe I want to think that maybe Carlos had the rental car and they needed a vehicle quick, and his was there. I mean, but that's a hell of a that's a hell of that's a hell of a request to make, to ask somebody to borrow their car to do a drill. But people do it every day, man. What I really learned about life is expect the unexpected and know that nothing is too far fetched. And Trenches News said something that was real. Deep yesterday. I'm gonna make just a episode on that, on how the family dynamic is not the same no more, and it was real deep, man. You know, I'm about to wrap this up, guys. Love y'all. Love the support. Thank you for the support and being in my corner and turning the channel up. This is Who Killed FBG Duck. I think we in part 18 and 19. We'll be back probably later on today or tomorrow. But I love y'all. I'm out of here. I'm out.